Everybody, I'm Steph and this is Steph Crochets. So I've not been present in the crochet community for a while. I haven't really managed to watch many videos of all of you, and obviously I haven't made any videos for like months now, but this is where it all changes because I'm back. Guess who's back again. Steffi's back. I haven't had much time to do crocheting, so I didn't actually crochet for ages and I went on to another hobby of collecting miniatures, and I now have a whole nother YouTube channel dedicated to miniatures, so I've been more focused on that than I have my crocheting. But that's because I moved house, I had everything all packed up and I didn't have any of my crochet stuff available, and now all of my crochet yarn and stuff is all out again in the cubes. I haven't colour coordinated it yet. I just shoved it in just to unpack some boxes. I have managed to do a little bit of crocheting recently. So I just want to come on here and show you what I have crocheted and tell you a little bit about like my plans going forward. So I have got everything now that I need for a business. I've got my own business cards, I've got my table, I've got my cover for my table and everything for markets, which I'm really happy about. I even have my own website. However, because I haven't done any making for the testing, so in the UK, which is where I'm from a little town called Bideford in Devon, and basically you have to do the UKCA testing to be able to sell anything. So I have all the stuff ready to go now that I need. I just need to actually do the work and put the work in to be able to get myself in a place where I'm able to do markets. So there is actually a market in August. I'm pretty sure it's the 8th, 9th and the 10th. It's a 3-day market, and that's the next upcoming market. So I was actually supposed to do a market back in November 2025. I made loads of different things for it, but the ribbon that I was using was absolutely terrible and it kept coming off. All the eyes wouldn't, or I didn't push down the eyes enough and stuff when I did the testing. So I actually went to test 10 items and it was near Christmas time. So the Christmas tree I did, that passed, and the snowman I did, that also passed. And the mushy pop, that one passed. And then there was the rest of them basically rather passed, but I just have to retest the eyes, or they failed from bits breaking off. I'm just going to scrap all of that. I'm going to forget about all of that testing that I did because I was so rushed trying to get things tested and stuff for the market that basically I didn't have enough time and I didn't get to do that market. So here we are again, restarting. We're going to restart all of that now. I have wrote down about 10 items that I'm going to make ready for testing. And then yesterday I decided to add another one onto the mix, which was a cow pattern, which is a YouTube tutorial by 1 Cent Crochet. Just because I went into a charity shop the other day and I bought one of my little miniature things that I seen in the window. Not that this has got anything to do with crocheting, but look how cute they are. I seen them in the charity shop and they was really cheap, so I just went in and got them. While I was in there, I told the lady that I crocheted, and the person that was working there, she said that her friend really wants a crochet cow and a crochet duck. The duck isn't on my list, but I have added the cow to my list. And then the duck I might actually add after the cow, but we'll see how we go. I will show you everything that I have crocheted so far ready for the UKCA testing. I'm going to UKCA test one item at a time, and that's because I have dyslexia and I struggle a little bit with like the paperwork side of things. So I feel like if I test just one at a time, I'll be able to do the paperwork a little bit better. I have got a printer now, so I can actually print out the paperwork. All of this first patch of 10 are just YouTube tutorials that I found here on YouTube, and I will link every single one of them down below, so if you do fancy making it, then you can go ahead and go make it. Long story short, the last time you see me to now, I've actually made quite a few videos, and I've not put any of them up because my mind tells me that nobody's going to watch them, nobody cares, and I'm boring and blah de blah, and it stopped me from posting them. So I thought if I just do a quick video now, just to say hello and that I'm back, and that I'm going to try my best to do at least one video a month. I don't want to get overwhelmed, so I'm just going to try and get at least one video a month out. Also because of the fact that I don't actually get much time to do much crocheting with how busy my life is right now. It's not very often I can sit down and make something. So I feel like one video a month is good. Until I obviously get to the point where I've got things that I can make for markets, and that first market in August. So I made this back along. My last video I uploaded, I did this after that. I'm going to still test it. So here we have Callie the capybara. I can't remember who it's from. I'm pretty sure this one is a paid pattern, but it might not be. I don't know. To be honest, I can't actually remember what this pattern is, so I'm going to have to find it after this video to be able to tag it underneath for you. But this is basically like a little mini snuggler pattern. So the body isn't stuffed at all, but the head is. And then I've obviously embroidered the eyes. Look how cute it is. The next one is this little tiny chicken. And then as well as the little tiny chicken, I just had a sneezing fit because I suffer with hay fever and it's getting to that time of the year. Anyway, I also did this big chicken. So obviously it's a lot bigger than the little chicken. This one is a baby chick pattern. So if you're wondering why the ribbon is on the eyes, it's because you have to weight test the safety eyes. We then have the little tiny bee. We then have the All From Jade mini whale. How stinking cute is this little whale? I love this thing and it's so quick to make. I also, again, before I had this long break from crocheting, I did actually make a little tiny dinosaur, and because I didn't have the right ribbon at that point, I actually attached some fishing wire to these eyes to see how that goes. And then what I'm going to do is all the other stuff that I made for testing, that for the market back in November that I never got to do, I'm going to see whether I can get the fishing wire behind any of their eyes and see if I can test them. Because then that'll be ideal, and I'll be able to test all them things that I made and not have to remake them all, if that makes sense. So anyway, we've got a tiny little dino. I'm pretty sure this is one of the critolins. And then we have a tiny little dinosaur. So this is also a YouTube tutorial. However, before I carried on with the body, I actually placed the eyes. And when I placed the eyes, I placed them slightly in the wrong place. But you know what? It doesn't matter. For the testing purposes, next time I know that I just have to move the eyes over ever so slightly. But even if I moved them over, they're still fastened and everything the exact same. So for testing purposes, I just left them as they was. But look how cute this is. If I put the eyes in the right place, look how cute this would have been. So this eye, this is kind of in the right place. It's closer than the other side. Look how it's so cute. So there's a tiny little dino. So the last item I have to show you that I have got ready for testing is this bee. Look at it. It's so cute. So on the actual crochet tutorial by 1 Cent Crochet, it's actually yellow and then these lines are black. But if you look at a real bumblebee in real life, it actually has black at the front and the back. So I decided to do it the other way around and do black and then yellow and then black and then yellow and so on, instead of doing yellow first. The only thing with this one is, again, I did actually put the eyes in the wrong place slightly. And you know what? These safety eyes to get in here were really hard. Even using my safety eye tool, which I'll show you. Even using this safety eye tool, right? This one right here. Even using this tool, it was so hard. Because the yarn is so thick, it was so hard for me to get that them eyes on there secure enough without them just popping off. And even then, I only managed to pop it down twice on the back. I couldn't get it any further, no matter how hard I pushed. With that, it just wouldn't go down any further. I've got felt behind one of the eyes and not the other, because with the felt behind the eyes, it's obviously making it thicker, which is making it harder to push down. But I did actually manage to get both of the eyes down 2 notches. So I don't actually have high hopes for the eyes to pass on this one, but I am going to test it anyway. And then I might have to see what I can do about that. But this is the B. So this is going to be like my larger B. And it's so cute. Look at it. I love this bee pattern. It's such a good pattern. It's a really easy tutorial to follow. I love this pattern. I think it's amazing. The yarn I used for this one was Warm and Toasty by King Cole. Because of how hard the eyes was to get in, I will test it anyway. So I've got the option to use the safety eyes if it does pass. But with this one, I will most probably just embroider some eyes on it. Because one, it's easier to test that way for the next prototype. So if I make another one of these, I will embroider eyes and I'll test that one. As a recap, let's see how many I've got done so far out of the 10. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3. Technically, you can't really count that one, so because I'll have to redo it again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them that I've done. And so on my list is a mushy, oh, I know what it is. It's a mushy boy and a larger dinosaur. So, you know, like the sitting dinosaurs, or like just, I want a dinosaur plushie that's a bit bigger. So I might have to find a different pattern, not this one. I'll find a different pattern again and then do it in some thicker yarn, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But basically, I've got like a bigger dinosaur that I've got to do, a mushy boy, and now a cow. I will then start the testing process. Now, I don't feel confident quite yet to take you through the testing process with me, because I am new to all the UKCA testing stuff. It's all a bit confusing to me, to be honest, and I'm not going to lie, but sometimes I feel like the UKCA testing kind of contradicts itself at times. So I basically need to have a good reread of all of my guide. When I feel confident enough, I will take you through a little UKCA testing process thing. But until then, for now, I'm just going to show you what I've been making ready to test. And then when it comes to the testing process, I will just tell you whether it passed or whether it failed. And if it's failed, I'll tell you why it's failed and so on. And if it passes, then great, I can make it again with all the same materials. I can get some stuff ready for that first market in August that I, fingers crossed, hope I can go to this time. Then we'll be on our way and then we can carry on our little crochet journey. Anyway, it has been lovely speaking to you all. I love it here on YouTube for the crochet community. I feel like you're all my friends. Videoing yourself talking to yourself is a bit weird, but I don't feel like I'm talking to myself anymore. I feel like I am talking to my friends, and I know not very many people actually watch my videos, and honestly, I don't care. I like it. I feel like I don't really get to go out or see many people very often, so this is what I enjoy. I hope you have all had amazing markets from the last time I seen you. I hope you are all having a good life, you're all healthy and happy, and happy crocheting, everybody. Until the next video. Steph's out. Bye.